biggest, hottest DJs in the game, man. DJ Screams. Of course, I got the big homie Mystical in here with me, man. Welcome to the broadcast. This guy right here, man, Colonel Loud. Uncle Birdie's in the motherfucking building, man. K100 man. The big boss himself, man. OG Benzino. The big homie Cap One is in the building, man. K100 Radio, man. Johnny Blaze right here on K100 Radio, man. Don't go nowhere, bro. Appreciate you, my homie Young Jock, man, coming through, man. Juvenile, man. Juvie the Great. What's going on with you, brother, man? Lucci in the building, man. Just kiss him up from the stage. The homie Crab just went in. You feel me? Miss Deb Anthony, the queen is in the building.
What's up? It's your girl, Tisha Cameron Martin, and I'm rocking with K100 Radio.
Hey, the homie Scotty the Kid. What's up, homie? So, again, this is Scotty ATL. Live stream with man. Triple OG, man. The homie Big Reagan in the building, man. What's up, brother? What's in there right here in the building? Don't go nowhere. Just pause. All right, man. Gorilla Joe is in the building, man. Introduce yourself to our broadcast.
Man, Zaytoven checking in live.
With the homie D.O.B. in the building.
Yo, what's up, man?
Shouts out to the homie Yo Gotti here.
Show, man, you know.
K100 Radio. K100 Radio.
10 years strong. MidwestMixtapes.com, the #1 website for Midwest rap. MidwestMixtapes.com. They promote and market albums, mixtapes, singles, and videos. MidwestMixtapes.com. They can get you on DJ conference calls, blogs, and email blasts. MidwestMixtapes.com. They work with several magazines, college radio campaigns, and street teams in multiple cities. It's going down.
Here's another exclusive interview on K100 Radio. You are tuned to K100 Radio. Hip Hop and R&B.
What up, though? You know the drill.
K100, you bastard.
K100 Radio. I'm your host, Blizzard. Thanks for tuning in to the show. What's happening, everybody? What's up? We are live right now. This is K100 Radio. This is a project premiere review on K100 Radio. This is something that we do that's a little bit different. This is something special that we set up for our independent artists out here that's on the grind. So when the artist does a song or does a single, it's pretty easy to service. It's pretty easy to get out there. You know, you take the single, you give it to the DJs, you press up a CD, you put it on Spotify. It's one song. You got to do a video for it. It's one song. It's a single, right? And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of work that goes into promoting a single. A lot of money that goes to promoting the single. The single is very important. But what about the whole project when artists drop whole projects? Artists still do drop whole albums, you know. I know right now we live in the age of streaming and the age of the single, and the single is all that technically really matters to a lot of people. But artists, major and indie, drop whole projects. So over here at K100 Radio, we sat down and we thought, you know what? What about the artists and the grinders who dropping these whole mixtapes or these whole albums, really putting a lot of effort in there, doing a whole project? We need to set something up for those guys, right? So we said, why not? Why don't we do something called a project premiere where we play the whole project on the air? We'll offer it as a service. And in this way, artists can have like a live online digital listening session without even having to, travel. No matter where you at, everybody's got the internet, everybody got a phone. So we thought long and hard, and we came up with this. Y'all ready?
You are tuned to K100 Radio, Hip Hop and
That's what you're watching right
R&B.
now. That's where we're at with it. All right, you dig?
K100, you bastard.
So tonight we got another one of our project premieres with the homie IL BOI. You dig? And we're gonna go ahead and bring him on the line right now. Hey, yo, IL BOI, what up, fam?
What's going on?
What's going on, man? Welcome to the show again. IL BOI has been on K100 Radio before. We did a direct line interview with him, but this is a little bit different because with direct line interviews, our 30-minute interviews, we focus on one or two songs. We talk it up a little bit, But this right here is about the whole shebang, the whole project. And he's got a new album out, and it's called I Grew Up in the 90s. All right, shout out to my people that's watching over on Instagram Live. A couple people over here, people that's watching over here on this camera on Facebook. I got the images over there. You see the cover art for the album I Grew Up in the 90s. So tonight we're doing the project premiere with IL BOI. All right. So last time we was focused on some singles that he got out, another song, but now he's dropped a whole nother project. And what we're gonna do is go track by track with IL BOI. All right. We're gonna chop it up with him, listen to every one of these tracks. We're gonna get some commentary from him, what he was thinking about when he decided to make this song. Why did he name this project that? Why did he come up with that particular song? Who were the producers? We dive in deep. That's what this whole segment is about. So IL BOI, you ready to get into this, fam? You ready, bro?
Man, I'm ready to do it, man. I appreciate y'all having me back on those platforms.
Absolutely, man, for sure. So, in case they missed the first time you was on K100 Radio, we're gonna go ahead and let you introduce yourself. Tell them who you is, IL BOI, where you from. I give you a hint before he tells you where you from. His name is IL BOI, IL BOI. Just take a guess where you from. But I'm gonna go ahead and let him tell you that. IL BOI, go ahead, man. You got the floor. Represent, fam.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's IL BOI. I'm straight out the Midwest. I'm a hip-hop musician, and like you said, we're here to deliver my project tonight.
All right. To the people, we're here to get the people what they want. I know Jacoby, Jalen and Jacoby says that. I'm a sports fan, too. Whatever. Stealing that shit. They ain't come up with it anyway. Anyway, back to the show. IL BOI, man, you've got a new project out. It's called Growing Up in the 90s, man. So I'm assuming before we even get into this particular project that if there's going to be a theme to it. I'm looking at the cover art. Look like you got a throwback boombox on. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Everything looks kind of graffiti-ish, kind of throwback to the 90s. What are we about to get into here, fam?
Man, what we finna get into, definitely a theme. I grew up in the 90s. That's obviously the theme. And I just try to take it back and relive some of those classic movies that I know people enjoyed, different things that I enjoyed during the 90s. And I just put it all together and put it on this project.
All right, so the theme is just everything that you was really just into in the 90s, and then you pretty much came up with that was the theme of it. You came up with the concept. And that's the thing about doing albums. You know, when you do whole projects, you have to come up with a concept. Like with a single, you have to come up with a concept whenever you're writing any kind of song. Like whenever you're doing a song, obviously, right? You agree, right, IL BOI? Right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So with the 90s, I grew up in the 90s. The theme, obviously, you already touched on the album cover. I tried to really mimic the Martin Lawrence and Will Smith back in the day with Fresh Prince. A lot of vibrant colors, a lot of cross colors. So you definitely saw that on the cover, and you're gonna hear some more 90s stuff as we get into the project.
All right, yeah. I'm looking forward to checking this out, man. Someone asked me over in the live stream, how can they submit a project? If you ever want to do a project premiere with K100 Radio, just visit our website, which is k100radio.com, and go to the services page and scroll down till you see project premiere and read all the information over there. All right, so listen, IL BOI, you got 12 tracks, which is a nice number of songs. First of all, let me start right there. Like, just the way everything goes now with music and everybody has such a short attention span, like 12 tracks is like, that's enough. Like, we could actually stop at about 10 right now. You know what I'm saying? But 12 tracks is definitely good. I'm looking at some of the length of some of the songs. You know, a lot of them aren't that long. You know what I'm saying? So you've got a nice little flow. Seems like maybe it'll take us maybe a half hour, 45 minutes to listen to this entire project. And frankly, I think that's where we're at right now with music. You know what I'm saying? I think artists just have to stray away from doing very, very long albums. You could, even depends on what kind of artist you are, you could do a long song, but not a long album. So before we even get into the music, and you told me about the theme, when you said, okay, I'm going into the 90s, did you come up with the theme first and then record the songs all to match that theme, or did you have a couple of songs already done and then you kind of said, I think I'm gonna make a whole project out of this? How did it come about?
Man, you know what? It was something that I was always kind of just saying to my friends and people who are around me on a daily basis. Like, I'm gonna come up with a mixtape. I'm gonna drop. I grew up in the 90s mixtape. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And you know, I looked up and I was in the studio just starting to, put some of them ideas together, and one song led to another, and then I just kept building, and then created this.
All right. I know one of the songs that you got a visual for. We got a visual for one of them. It's called Tyson. Tyson was definitely the man in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Chill Real, what's going on, bro? Over there on Instagram Live. Yeah. We got the visual loaded up for that. So when we get to track 6, about halfway through the album, we're gonna drop the visual over there on the Facebook Live. So if you want to see the visual for Tyson, the world premiere, because you haven't even released that video yet, have you? Right?
Absolutely, man. So shout out to K100 Radio again, man. It's a world premiere. This is fresh from my videographer. Just got it actually late last night, so it's in.
All right, so by halfway through, we're going to drop a world premiere video on top of premiering this whole album right here on K100 Radio. So listen, man, we're going to go ahead and jump into the music because I don't want to hold everybody up. I know people are listening and people are watching. If you want to call in and holler at us and you want to show IL BOI some love, if you're a fan or you're a supporter, you can dial our switchboard at 516-387-1523. I got to look at the number up there because we got a new number after having the same number for about 8 years, and then our switchboard company switched our number for no reason. That's a whole other story. I wanted to cut them off. Anyway, 516-387-1523. If you call that number, you actually could jump on our switchboard live on this project premiere. And if you want to give some commentary with IL BOI, if you want to show him some love, if you want to give him a shout out live on the air, again, 516-387-1523. Call up here, man. We'll let you come on the air and get a homie some love. And if you want to, if you're feeling the music or whatever, or if you're just a person that's been supporting for a long while, for these project premieres, we do tell people, listen, call into the switchboard. It always sounds dope. And of course, if you miss any parts of this, it'll be posted up over on our SoundCloud, on our Spotify, and our YouTube channel. You dig? So again, we're gonna go ahead and get into the music, man. Let's go.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
K100, you bastards.
All right, so IL BOI representing Illinois. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get into this project, man. Again, this is I Grew Up in the 90s. All right, and this is the project premiere live on K100 Radio. We're gonna do the world premiere for his video for Tyson about halfway through because that's track 6. All right, so we're gonna start and we're gonna do these in the order that they show on the project. You feel me? So that's how we do it. It's basically like you listen to the album in your car or on Spotify or Tidal or wherever. But we're gonna play them in the order that they appear on the actual project. You dig? So track number 1 is called Bad Guy. Tell me about this one, IL BOI.
Most definitely. So it was definitely fitting for me to start the record off with throwing some wrestling in there, with paying homage to Scott Hall, Razor Ramon. Definitely, if you watch wrestling, it was definitely influential in the 90s, and he was just an interesting character. He was a guy who really didn't take a lot of crap for anybody, and just a funny guy in general, and I just had fun making the record.
And you know what is crazy, man? I ain't gonna lie, I fell off from watching wrestling once I kind of got a little bit older. But I was a huge wrestling fan back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I'm showing my age a little bit, but you know, the Hulk Hogan era, and you know, that's kind of when I really was into wrestling when I was younger, right? Ric Flair and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm old enough to remember Dusty Rhodes and the Junkyard Dog, but I was super young then. My uncle and all them loved those guys. But you know, growing up, growing up though, I still remember them coming on TBS and all that kind of stuff. I'm telling y'all guys how old I am right now, but still, so it's kind of dope that, you know, you just kind of take it, because wrestling is still actually big right now. But it was, to me, I felt like it was just bigger than life in the 90s. It was crazy huge back then, but it's still popping. Yeah, still popping. All right, so the name of this song is called Bad Guy. This is track 1 on the album. Remember, it's called I Grew Up in the 90s. Yo, man, if you like this music, if you like what you're hearing, go over there and check out IL BOI. Follow him, fam, and check him out and check this music out, man. This is track number 1. This is called Bad Guy. This is K100 Radio. You dig? Let's go.
K100, you bastards.
Yeah, I'm the bad guy.
So I'm gonna take you and anybody else that wants to come after the World Wrestling Federation Championship belt and meet them head on. Ooh, yeah.
Hey, what the? Cállate, chico. It's savage. I see you at SummerSlam, man. You don't impress me, Chico.
You're right.
Everybody knows that Razor Ramon, he wear the gold, man. And Chico, I gonna take that gold, man. Look at me. I oozing machismo.
What's up? It's your girl Maya, and you're rocking with IL BOI.
If you tuned in right now, it gotta be DJ Brian.
They want me to speed it up. This slow, be slow as fuck. I'm shining on you, I'm grinding on you, and everybody need to boss up. Crisscross and make a nigga jump. Put your hands on your knife, feel slump. I don't know what you thought, but you damn sure ain't getting the pump. I don't get down with you, so your best bet is to move around. UFC, that's ground and pound. I'm the underground king. Where's my crown? Don't play with me at all. Yo, hustle just too small. I'm the bad guy, cause I ball. You a hater, wait, pause. They hated on my success, yeah, I'm the bad guy. They downplay my hustle, yeah, I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy. They hated on my success.
Man, oh, DJ Bravo, the hottest nigga action.
They downplay my hustle, yeah, I'm the bad guy. They hated on my success, yeah, I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy. They hated on my success, yeah, I'm the bad guy. Raise the sharp flow, toe tag a nigga done go. I'm the hottest in the show. Like a train, I just go. Drop the elbow top rope. I'm efficient as it comes. Still got homies in the slums. Yeah, they thinking they the one. Yeah, I just be cool and minding my own. It's too late, so there's no pressure zone. Your coverage is blown, I'm all in the zone. Yo, mama, this on you. You blew a dog, gon' take a hike, I done checked you off. That's a night, we a hater. Well, that's your life, that's your life. They hated on my success, yeah, I'm the bad guy. They downplay my hustle, yeah, I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy. They hated on my success, yeah, I'm the bad guy. They downplay my hustle, yeah, I'm the bad guy. They hated on my success, yeah, I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy. They hated on my success, yeah, I'm the bad guy.
It's going down. Here's another exclusive interview on K100 Radio. You are tuned to K100 Radio.
That was track one.
R&B.
That's how we starting it off. A little bit of Ric Flair, a little bit of talking shit. You know what I'm saying? This is K100 Radio. We live right now. We're rocking with IL BOI for a project premiere of his new project called I Grew Up in the 90s. And if you don't know what a project premiere is on K100 Radio, this is what we take an entire mixtape or album that are independent artists release. We chop it up, we play it track by track over here. We get some commentary from them. And, we talk about the whole project in its entirety, what they were talking about with each track, coming up with the concept and the songs and everything. So that's what we're doing right now. And we got IL BOI on the phone. What up, fam?
What's going on?
All right, so Bad Guy, I rock with it. I like the intro was I kind of was like, oh, it was a little long, but I still fuck with it. I was looking at the track list and the length of the songs. I was like, why is this one song so long? But then I seen that you had the intro in the beginning of it too. Okay, so that's cool. All right, now I got I see why that song seems to be a little bit longer than the rest of them. But I fuck with that one. Who produced it?
All Day J on the beats.
All right, All Day J. How many producers is on the project? Like, you got one guy you're working with, or you got multiple people?
We got multiple producers on the track, and All Day J, he also got another record on there. It's called Go Hard. He also produced that one, but all the other records are from different producers that felt like had my sound. And
all right, so. Yeah. And what is your sound? We heard Bad Guy. We heard track one, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna switch it up a little bit. But what do you feel like your sound is?
My sound as an artist, or would you say the sound of this
as an artist?
Mixtape.
as an artist, well, I mean, we know the theme of the mixtape is going to be 90s theme, but what about you as an artist? What do you feel like your flow is? Do you feel like if somebody comes up to you and they say, do you do trap? What would you say? What's your response to that?
I would just say, I have been told, I have a southern flow to my music, and I would agree with that just because of my influences, that whole Cash Money era, that whole Master P era. And, I just had some different comparisons to like A-Ball, BG, Slim. So I definitely feel like it's a little bit of a southern twist with just some Midwest flow in it as well.
All right. That's a good way to describe it. All right, let's get to the next song. Track number 2 is called Blessed. Tell me about this one. Who produced this one and what we getting ready to talk about on Blessed? What's the theme behind this particular song?
This one is, I believe, produced by Lexi Banks. And Blessed, man, is something that I always post on my hashtags on Facebook, Instagram. And, it's just a celebration of life, man, and just being thankful for what I have. I'm talking about family on this record and just being appreciative, man.
All right. Let's get into this one, man. This one is track number 2 on the album. Remember, the album again, and I'm gonna keep putting the cover art up there so you guys can get familiar with it if you're over there watching on Facebook for the visual. The album is I Grew Up in the 90s, all right? This is IL BOI, and we're doing the whole project right here. This is the project premiere. This is track number 2. Name of this joint, it is called Blessed. Let's check this one out. This is K100 Radio.
K100, you bastards.
Don't ever make a mistake. I'm sticking your nose in my business. If I'm down and out, I'll get up and take care of myself. So Dusty Rhodes, remember, when you walk out here, talking Ric Flair.
I wake up blessed. I thank the Lord. I count my cash. Thank you, Lord. I'm getting the booth. I'm 10 toes down. I'm past 25. I'm so blessed right now. I wake up blessed. I thank the Lord. I count my cash. Thank you, Lord. I'm back in the booth. I'm 10 toes down. I'm past 25. I'm so blessed right now. Yeah. I wake up blessed. What a wonderful feeling. See my son go to school. That's a humble beginning. Get on my grind, so I hustle hard. If I don't hustle, then we don't eat. Not at all. Not at all. But then you won't let that happen. Switch it up like a play when I be playing, man. You heard? I gotta go hard 7 days a week. Fine tune my game, I call that. That's technique. That's technique. Sneak through the line, that's a QB sneak. It's a celebration, I love life. Come holler at me. I'm riding way back. Hashtag I'm blessed to the max. I'm blessed to the max. I wake up blessed. I thank the Lord. I count my cash. Thank you, Lord. I'm getting the booth. I'm 10 toes down. I'm past 25. I'm so blessed right now. I wake up blessed. I thank the Lord. I count my cash. Thank you, Lord. I'm back in the booth. I'm 10 toes down. I'm past 25. I'm so blessed right now. Yeah.
It's going down. Here's another exclusive interview on K100 Radio. You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
K100, you bastard.
K100 Radio. All right, we're live right now. We're rocking with IL BOI. We're doing the project premiere right now for his album, and it's called I Grew Up in the 90s. That was track number 2. That was called Blessed. All right, we're going to keep it pushing. We got him on the line right now. Hey, yo, IL BOI.
What's good? What's good?
All right, man. We coming up on track number 3. That one was called Blessed. Who you said produced that one again?
Lexi Banks.
Lexi Banks. Where are these? How are you meeting these producers? Are you meeting them up there where you're located at? Are you meeting them online? How you guys collaborating? How you meeting the guys that you are working with to put this project together?
Man, a little bit of everywhere. I've been on this website since probably like 03, 04. It's called soundclick.com. You can upload music on there. It's always a lot of producers on there. And I generally get a lot of my production from the various engineers and people that I meet on there.
Holy I haven't even thought about SoundClick in a long time, bro. I thought SoundClick was down. SoundClick is still up, fam? Word?
Yeah, man. And it's crazy. I had met Soulja Boy on there, man, before he had blew up. And I'll never forget him putting his stuff on my wall and reaching out. So, yeah, man, SoundClick is still up. There's a lot of great production on there. It's a lot of good stuff.
That's eye-opening, man. I completely thought, you know what? I ain't gonna lie, I thought SoundClick kind of went away with around the same era as MySpace because it was just so much, they were so tied hand in hand with the way you promoted and marketed. I was big on SoundClick. Now when I get off, I just gotta go over there and check that out later on tonight. Just because you just reminded me, SoundClick is, I thought that shit was
man.
On. Wow, that's crazy.
People have their music on there, and you can just go to the section and you can click on instrumentals, and they'll tell you who the top people is on the charts. You can go to their page. You can go, they got all the information on there. And it's just endless production on there, man.
Wow. It's crazy, man. Something, and I don't even know why I didn't even think about SoundClick. I just completely forgot about it. I bet my profile, you know what, fam? I think I'm gonna go over there and see my profile still over there, bro. I think I might still have a profile on SoundClick for real, bro. Like I was on there. I was on there heavy. I looked at my MySpace page. MySpace is still around. People don't know. I still got a MySpace page. It's still literally active from right now. Like you can literally
mine.
Check it out. Like it's crazy that MySpace is still here. All right, let me. Wow, SoundClick. I gotta check that out. All right, we get to track number 3. This is K100 Radio. This is what we do for a project premiere, man. We just chop it up with the artist. You know what I mean? We trying to talk about music over here. We ain't trying to talk about nothing crazy. We trying to get into what it takes to create a whole project, man. How long did it take you to put this together? Matter of fact, the whole album, IL BOI.
You know what? This is a project that's been done for a little while now, and it's just been sitting on the shelf, and we just been trying to give each record its due diligence in terms of marketing and put it out, and this was next on the table. So I would say this has been done for about a year now, though. So
okay, all right. It's how it be sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, hell, some of these major songs and projects that you hearing, them shits was done 2 years ago. So don't even trip. Don't even act like that with an independent artist. Like, yeah, it could take us a minute to get this thing to where it needs to be before we can get it out there and get the budget together and all that. And your favorite rappers probably took even longer. All right, this is IL BOI. All right, tell me about track number 3, As It Gets. Tell me about this one.
Shout out to my guy, 100 ED. He's another artist that I met through Making the Mag. We both members on there. And this one came kind of late. This was kind of like one of the last tracks that actually ended up getting put on there. It wasn't actually set to be on there at first, but when me and him just linked up, we had good conversation, we had good energy, and we said we was going to make a record. And we made the record, and I just felt like it had a 90s feel to it, and I felt like it could fit what I had going on. So I added it to the project, and I like the record.
All right, let's get into it, fam. This is track number 3, As It Gets. This is K100 Radio. We're doing the project premiere with the homie IL BOI. I grew up in the 90s. So did I. Well, I kind of sort of really grew up in the 80s per se, but the 90s, I came into my bag. I became me. 90s was my teenage, early 20s. So 90s is the shit to me because I was a teenager in my early 20s in the 90s. So yeah, I was here. I was. That's when I really got my little bit of game. So they tell me I don't know, IL BOI. We'll find out later. Hey, K100 Radio. Hey, track number 3, As It Gets. We all grew up in the 90s. Let's go, fam.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
IL BOI, what up with it, partner?
Vision beat.
I'm the realest it gets no realer than this. I'm the realest it gets no realer than this. I'm the realest it gets no realer than this. I'm the realest it gets no realer than this. I'm the realest it gets gets, no realer than this, no realer than this. I'm as real as it gets, no realer than this, no realer than this. I'm as real as it gets, no realer than this, no realer than this. I'm as real as it gets, no realer than this, no realer than this. Take this stand out for my man. Some like them to sense. Do you understand it's a way of life? Never be battle, be lot of niggas I can call on. I do dirt by myself. No co-defendant, no witness. I don't need no help. Bitches real shit to the death of me. Until a nigga out of breath. Hold the tray, yeah, my name like a real nigga wasn't there. All the names just help them dry. If you wanna let them melt. Share my soul with you, nigga, till it's not a spirit there. These niggas you hang with, they probably wouldn't even care. Give my last if you can last. If it's something that I can spare. All this one broke belly, some advice I thought I'd share. This is gonna break my bones, but the seal will never tear. I'm real as it gets, no realer than this, no realer than this. I'm as real as it gets, no realer than this, no realer than this. I'm as real as it gets, no realer than this, no realer than this. I'm as real as it gets, no realer than this, no realer than this. I'm as real as it gets, no realer than this, no realer than this. I'm as real as it gets, no realer than this, no realer than this. I'm as real as it gets, no realer than this, no realer than this.
I grew up in the 90's mixtape.
I'm ready to get, say that. I'm off of the shit. I'm hitting them licks, all them chicks. I'm taking them trips. Yeah. We getting them whips. Okay. They tight as a bitch. Stay that. I'm matching my fit. I'm matching my click. We working, dog. We hustling, dog. You know how we do it. We set it off. Do that. I'm real as it gets. Yeah. I told you that. Yeah. We don't cut you no slack. Yeah. We breaking them backs. We taking them trips. We getting that money. We getting that honey. It's all in my tummy. We getting that money. It's all in my tummy. The niggas ain't fucking with us. We getting that money.
I'm as real as it gets, no realer than this, no realer than this. I'm as real as it gets, no realer than this, no realer than this. I'm as real as it gets, no realer than this, no realer than this.
It's going down. Here's another exclusive interview on K100 Radio. You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip-hop and R&B.
K100, you bastards!
One shot to the dome. Two more. All right, yo, that was IL BOI. We live right now. A project premiere with IL BOI. I grew up in the 90s. That is the name of the project. That is the name of the mixtape. And like I said, I'm showing the cover art for anybody that's watching over there on the Facebook page. By the way, if you miss any parts of this interview again, we'll have it over there on our YouTube channel, and we'll also have it on our Spotify and SoundCloud. That's your fault, IL BOI. SoundCloud. That's IL BOI's fault that I even mentioned the words SoundClick. SoundCloud. Because K100 Radio is not on the SoundClick. But yeah. Anyway, what's going on, fam? So we getting ready to come up on track number 4. All right. We're going to keep it pushing and go ahead and make sure that we get this. Make sure we just really dive into these tracks, man. So far, I'm rocking with it. It's 3 songs in. I like some of the production. Let me ask you this. You said it took you a year to put out. Now, once you decided to put it out, do you have like physical CDs of this, or is this an all digital release? Let me ask you that.
This has been a digital release. This is currently on SoundCloud, and it's on Audio Mac, and I'm also trending on Midwest mixtapes right now with this.
You know, I gotta say this, and I ain't even. This isn't nepotism if you don't know, cronyism if you don't know what those 2 words are, whatever. But seriously, it's kind of crazy that the artists that we're talking to right now, 2 of our main partners that we rock with as far as the industry goes, real solid. If you've been looking at this live stream over on Facebook, you see he mentioned Midwest Mixtapes, he mentioned Making the Magazine, and if you look at our live stream, you can see both of the promos and advertisements that those guys run over here on K100 Radio on our broadcast. And if you look on their website, you'll find some K100 Radio. I'm a tastemaker on Making It Mag, and I'm also over there on the Midwest Mixtapes site. So I just want to bring up networking real quick. Let me talk about networking, man, because I don't know how you came across this IL BOI. Maybe it was through Making the Magazine. I'm not quite sure. I don't know how you found K100 Radio. But let's talk about networking as an independent artist when you try to put music out and do a project. So my question to you is this. What was the most effective way that you've come about being an independent artist, putting music out in the year 2020? What is the most effective marketing tool do you feel that you've been able to use and utilize right now? And it's a 2-part question. The most effective marketing tool, and also, What do you feel like you have networked at? It could be a website, it could be an event, but wherever you've been where you were networking and you feel like you got the most out of it as far as a networking event, a networking site, or just being somewhere in the right place at the right time. Let me answer those two questions real quick. Can you answer those for me?
Okay, so let me answer the networking part. I would say that what's been working for me is just having a good team behind me. I have a really solid manager who understands the game. So shout out to Rod, shout out to Me and Mine Entertainment. He's definitely in my ear about all the little things. And to answer your question, even though you didn't ask this one, though, I found you guys online just doing my diligence, as my manager said, just finding different platforms, writing them down, making memos of them, talking those over with him, and just finding these different platforms that can give us this exposure. So that's been the best tool for me. And then from there, I just been able to take some of those things that he said and just really branch out, making the mag, finding other different opportunities, and just continue to talk these things over with my team. And what was the second question?
It was basically the marketing. Which marketing employee do you feel like brought you back the biggest return as far as, I did that, I paid for that, or whether it was free, a service, or whatever. But what was the most effective marketing tool as far as getting I Grew Up in the 90s or any other project out right now for you as an independent artist?
I would say what's been helpful is just making sure you hit the DJs. When I dropped my first album, 519, it's out on all platforms right now, and I dropped the original First 1 Million record, I went to the Nerd DJs, and I ended up getting a campaign through them. And from working with the Nerd DJs, I ended up working with the core DJs. And then that's how I was able to go down to the tour in Atlanta just by networking. And from there, it's just been a wealth of people that we've just been able to meet. And it's just been a lot of fun. And just been enjoying myself right now.
All right, man. Well, listen, this is K100 Radio. We're live right now with the project premiere over here. We're rocking with the homeboy, IL BOI. Illinois is born and bred, in case you haven't figured that out. The name of the album is I Grew Up in the 90s.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, Hip Hop and R&B.
Track number 4 is named Not My Homie. And it's a lot. Listen, fam, it's a lot going on in hip hop right now. But I'm gonna talk about this song first. But just so you guys clearly understand, everybody not your homie. All right? In this game. And I also want to talk to you about, man, because when we do these project premieres and we do these direct line interviews, bro, we try to keep it 100 and we try to talk about current events and what's going on right now. So I got a couple other questions I want to talk to you about, a lot of shit that's going on this past week in hip hop. But right now, we're going to focus on you. It's about you and it's about this project. Not My Homie. I like the title, but that title just took me where I wanted to go in a little bit. What's this song about, fam?
Man, this one is about a record that really is for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's somebody that has smiled in your face, has done you greasy, did all types of bogus stuff to you pretty much. And this record is just really letting you know, you're not my homie. I peep you out. You know what I'm saying? I see what you about, and you can basically move around, or I'm going to move around. So, yeah.
All right. That's good enough. That's all you got to say? It's for these fake motherfuckers. That's a short answer. Everybody not your homie. Everybody not your homie,
man. And also just to say, too, family sometimes will bring you down, too. And, family, some family, also inspired this record. So shout out to them. I appreciate the love, even though it was fake love and hate, but I appreciate it.
Hey, lessons learned. Sometimes some of the shit that you go through, man, be lessons, and you don't realize how much it helped shape and mold you into after the fact. Because what it did was prepare you to not fall into a even greater situation. That could have been 10 times worse than if you made it out of that situation and you're still alive and you're still pushing. At the end of the day, All it did was prepare you for a situation that could have been 10 times worse. That could have put you in the dirt. Facts. All right. I grew up in the 90s. We grew up in the 90s. You grew up in the 90s. This is K100 Radio. This is the project premiere with IL BOI. Track number 4. Name of this joint is called Not My Homie. Let's get to it, fam.
K100, you bastards.
You're not my dog, not at all. Not at all. You're not my dog, get up out my face. You're a roach, go and get the spray. Seen too many of those. Talking about me just to pass the day. Why? I woke up just to get the cake. Big or small, I just want my plate. So you hate, you go on and hate. Do your job. I eat well like on Section 8. I play chess, this is checkmate. You put me down, I guess you really fake. Stone cold, you're a rattlesnake. I never trust that shit again. Keep my mouth closed, I'm born to win. Niggas not comfortable in their own skin. Pillow talking just to get a friend. R.I.P. to my own kin. Rest in peace, nigga. Cold world is what I'm living in. Keep my name in your mouth, you don't know me. You're not my homie, not my homie. Keep my name in your mouth, you don't know me. You're not my homie, you're not my homie. Keep my name in your mouth, you don't know me. You're not my homie, you're not my homie. Keep my name in your mouth, you don't know me. You're not my homie, you're not my homie.
It's going down. Here's another exclusive interview on K100 Radio. You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
All right.
K100, you bastards.
K100 Radio, I'm your host, Blizzard. Everybody, thanks for tuning in to the show. Someone's on the Facebook Live saying they want to collab. I don't know if they're who they're trying to collab with. So, I don't know. I don't know if they're talking about you, IL BOI, or what they're trying to talk about K100 Radio. I just try to answer them. Anyway, figure it out. This is live. We live right now. This is a project premiere. We rocking with the homie IL BOI. The name of this whole entire mixtape is I Grew Up in the 90s. Are you classifying it as a mixtape or an album, IL BOI? Which one you calling it?
Hey, can you repeat that again? I couldn't hear you.
Are you calling this a mixtape or an album?
This is a mixtape.
All right, I just wanted to make sure because
I grew up in the 90s mixtape.
All right, I just wanted to make sure because some people are like mixtapes and the albums, and you know how they want to classify them. You know what I mean? Everybody's got a little difference of opinion about what's a mixtape and what's an album. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just want to make sure that this is how you classify it. I don't want to keep saying the wrong thing. So the mixtape I Grew Up in the 90s is live right now, and that was track number 4, Not My Homie. All right, track number 5 we getting ready to run into. It's called Down For Me, and after this we got a visual. He's got a visual for Tyson. All right, shout out to the homie Von T checking in. All right, over there on the Facebook Live stream. So before we get into this joint called Down For Me, all right, the last song was called Not My Homie. The next song is called Down For Me. All right, I got a question to ask you, man. As an independent artist, what do you have? And you don't have to get into specifics because we definitely ain't trying to start no beef or no bullshit. But what do you feel about just? It's a twofold question. I'm gonna ask you this, and this is to get in depth with the artist to kind of see where the artist is at, to see where their mind is at whenever they dropping projects, and then we juxtapose that and we listen to the music and see if it all makes sense. So IL BOI, there's been 2 artists, young artists coming up in hip hop that were killed this week. I don't have to say their names. Everybody knows who they are if you're actually into the culture by now. If you don't know, then maybe you just got out. I don't know. Maybe you be fresh out literally today. But anyway, 2 pretty prominent young artists got killed, and so that begs the question that's always been circled around hip hop. And as an independent artist coming up, you never know. You may have to run into this. You got a song called Not My Homie. You know what I mean? Like fake friends. You've been around people. There's been stories and allegations of people being fake and all this stuff in some of the situations with some of the artists that were recently deceased. All in all, if you're an independent artist, how dangerous do you feel it is to be a rapper? Do you feel like rap is a dangerous job? Because at the end of the day, if you end up getting the job to the point where you're getting tour money and you're making a lot of money off selling your music and your merch, that's your job. Do you feel like rap is a dangerous job, being a hip-hop artist?
I don't think it's a dangerous job. I think you just have to be mindful of your circle and the company that you keep. And also, while you out here making moves, just the decisions that you also making. And, yeah.
He kept that real short, like, I don't know, bro. That's that. Rap is a fucking dangerous job, ill boy.
But, it's just, my mama talk to me and other people that talk to me all the time. It's just like, y'all already know how I am. So if I came to do a show and I'm getting paid to do a show, I'm coming in, I'm doing business. Obviously, I know at times you're going to have to mingle in these nightclubs. You're going to have to do what you need to do. But I don't have to be out 4 or 5 in the morning, you know what I'm saying? Like, I come, I'll do my job, have fun, turn up for a little bit. Then it's time to go home because, there's other responsibilities that got to get taken care of. This is just a talent that I just want to showcase to the world and try to better my circle for it. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly. I get it. I understand. Definitely. So the answer to the question is, do you think rap is dangerous? Yes or no? Short answer.
No.
You don't think rap is dangerous? All right. I just wanted to make sure it's basically some of these cats make it dangerous with their actions, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah, and not always having your circle all the way solid, man, and that's really important, man. So my circle is small right now, so once we get to where we're going, it's a limited people that got the number, so we're gonna keep it that way.
Yeah, I told them less is more, nigga. It's plenty of us. All right, K100 Radio.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
There's your answer. You know the drill. This is K100 Radio, right?
K100, you bastards.
We rocking with IL BOI. This is the project premiere for I Grew Up in the 90s. You dig? Shout out to Kwanzaa. Thankful DJ O was on the check-in. Ben someone named Ben, I can't even say that middle name. They're trying to collab with you. They over there on the Facebook live stream. They trying to collab with IL BOI. They want to see what's up. I don't know, IL BOI. However you want to, if they want to collab with you, if anybody want to rock with you and they hear this and they see this, what's a good way for them to reach out to you if they want to network?
You can go to www.ilboy.com, or you can find me on Instagram at ilboy_BOI. That's ilboy, IL_BOI. And you can hit me, man. I'm very responsive on IG, and I interact with everybody on the website as well through newsletter.
All right, bet. We got that right. All right, so there's the answer.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
If you're trying to collaborate with IL BOI, you just got your answer right there. All right, his Facebook live stream is also kind of choppy too. They've been on a little bit of craziness lately. Anyway, all right, IL BOI, we back to the show. We got track number 5 down for me. Tell me about this one so we can jump into it, fam. We already on track number 5. We almost halfway through. Go ahead.
It's one of my fun records. I enjoyed it. When you listen to it, I really feel like it's going to take you back to the 90s when I made this record. I just thought about all the great collaborations back in the day, like the Totals with Biggie, Can't You See? A couple more that's ringing in my head right now I can't think of. But a lot of just great records that time where it was R&B and collaboration. So this is another one right here, and I think you're going to really enjoy this one.
All right, you got a feature on this one or just kind of a sample?
This is a pre-made beat with a hook in it already. And like I said, it really just, when I heard the beat, it really brought that 90s vibe out. So I had to have it.
All right, let's check this out. This is K100 Radio. We're live right now. We're checking out I Grew Up in the 90s, the whole joint, the whole shebang. This is the project premiere. We're rocking with IL BOI. Name of this joint is called Down For Me. Let's go, fam.
K100, you bastards. You bastards.
What's What's up? It's your boy Slim 112 and you're listening to DJ Bravo. I grew up in the 90's mixtape.
Are you down for me?
On the regular, she my type of chick, that's why I'm there for her. She my blessing, bruh, so I gotta hold her down. She my round, she my sound, she know how I'm going down. I'ma hit it from the back, then I'ma go another round. She know how I like it, she know that I'm a clown. 8 in the morning, then I'm headed uptown. I got some money, I gotta make it right now. My only destination is to get up in that route. When I come back, she know what I'm about. I'm a daddy. Better yet, I'm a mag. She love me. I guess I'm alright. And I'm down for you. You know that. I go down for you. You know I do that. I cook you breakfast in the morning. What you eating? I get you right when you yawning. 5-star hotels, making love, listening to Adele. We doing that. I knock the frame out the hinges. I'm a dog. Oh damn, I'm a menace. She want more, I live a gymnast. I got my muscles, I guess I got the spinach. Oh, she love me cause I'm winning. Oh, she love me.
It's going down. Here's another exclusive interview on K100 Radio. You are tuned to K100 Radio.
All right.
Hip-hop and R&B.
Let's go.
K100, you bastards.
Are you down? The name of the next joint is called Tyson. We are live right now. We on K100 Radio. We rocking with the homie IL BOI. We checking out his entire project right now. This is the project premiere. We rocking with him. This is his album is called I Grew Up in the 90s. All right. So that's what we're doing over here on K100 Radio, man. Listen, fam. So right now, we getting ready to come up on a visual. All right. So we got this joint called Tyson coming up next. And if you're on the Facebook live stream, then you're going to be able to see the visual. Of course, this visual has not even really dropped yet. You know what I'm saying? It's just a visual that the homies got for it. But he hasn't even released it. He said he's going to world premiere it over here on the live stream on K100 Radio. So that's dope. We appreciate that. That's why we built this. We wanted to get some exclusive stuff. I'm pretty sure he's going to release it. When are you going to release the actual visual on YouTube? Tonight, after it's done, IL BOI, or tomorrow? When you going to release it?
I'm not for sure, but it's gonna be out. It's gonna be out real soon.
All right. So we're gonna watch the some of the visual. We shortened it a little bit just for purposes of the show, just so it can flow a little bit smoother. But tell me about Tyson, IL BOI. Let's get into the song. First of all, who produced this one and what we talking about on this one?
This one is produced by Loud Beats, and we having fun with this record. We paying homage to obviously the champ. I just love his story, seeing how he progressed, and we just want to pay homage to him. We had a little fun throwing Don King in it a little bit and ripping on him, and just a fun record, playful record.
There was some of the intro. Some of the intro we had to shorten. We had to shorten the intro because we're on the show, so on the air, so we couldn't play that whole full intro that you got. So if you want to see that full Don King spoof, make sure you watch the whole video over there on YouTube. You dig? You feel me? Make sure you watch the whole video over there on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to watch the video in its entirety, we shortened it a little bit for the purposes of the show. But this is IL BOI. We're going to check out the video right now over here on the Facebook live stream. Again, if you missed any parts of this, you can check out K100 Radio's YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Please subscribe to our podcast over on Spotify too as well. But this project is called I Grew Up in the 90s. All right, that's the name of the project. This is track number 6. We halfway through now. Halfway through. All right. This album is called, this song is called Tyson. Let's check this one out from IL BOI. Let's go, man.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
I was gonna rip it harder. I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lynx is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody as ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat his children. Praise be to Allah.
Are you saying now Mike the Mike?
That's right.
Mike Tyson knock you out. Mike Tyson knock you out. Niggas talking shit. I guess they bought it now. Mike Tyson knock you out. Mike Tyson knock you out. Niggas talking shit. I guess they bought it now. Mike Tyson knock you out. Mike Tyson knock you out. Hit the ground, get stomped out. Hit the ground, it's lights out. Mike Tyson knock you out. Mike Tyson knock you out. I don't play no games. You about the timeout. He talking, so I gotta split him. Oh, yeah, I gotta get him. Don't play no game, I gotta get him. I'm on your ass. Take him to that 90s shit. Give me after school and shit. Throwback shit. I want my round, I'ma finish him. Gotta finish him off. I try to tear him, dog, limb to limb. I try to beat the shit out of him. I'm starring in this action film. I'm a star. I'm on his ass, man, it's looking grim. Man, I'm up on my Tyson shit. Tyson shit. He gon' take it to the chin. Take it to the chin, nigga. I told you all I do is win. DJ Khaled. I'm charging like an LA van. Fill up. I'm breaking bones, check the scan. Breaking them. I'm setting it off Afghanistan. I'm pointed as a trigger, man. Damn. I left him spinning like a fan. Word. He shook like a soda can. Yeah. I'ma get him right, that's who I am. I got to. He ain't never talk that shit again. Yeah, never. Pull his chain, that's what Debo did. Damn, Debo.
Hell no, this ain't it. Where's my damn nephew? Shit. This nigga is sorry. I can't make no damn money. How I'm supposed to keep the rolling, baby, when he out there doing all of that? We gonna cut the end of this damn shit right here. Right? This ain't it. Young blood, that was about the sorriest performance I'd never seen up in my hearing. You understand me? I thought my nephew had some shit for me. Got a motherfucking thing for me, man. Shit. And based on the role of young blood, it's time for you to get the hell up out my ring. You know what?
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
All right. And so if you look at the the video at the very beginning too, they have a Don King spoof in the beginning of the video. Listen, so that's you right there, IL BOI, right? You're acting as the Don King in your video, right? That's you, right? I know it's you, but I'm just saying.
That's Don Bling right there. That's Don Bling.
Don Bling, you getting your acting on right now on your visual. All right, I like it. That was the video for Tyson. Shout out to everybody that's joining us. If you were listening, audio, IG, or if you're listening over here on just the mobile app or TuneIn Radio, we let it play a little bit because the people over on Facebook, they can actually see the video. So we had to let that ride a little bit so they could get the whole gist of the whole skit. But there's actually more of it at the very beginning of the video, but we had to shorten it a little bit because we're doing this project premiere. We got to keep it pushing. All right, so that was Tyson. That was track number 6 for this project premiere. We're live right now. This is K100 Radio.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
And this is the project premiere for IL BOI's new mixtape called I Grew Up in the 90s. All right, this is where we play the whole project, track to track. We halfway through. We only got that was track number 6. It's 12 tracks on this project. And so right now we're on track number 7, and this one is called Red Light. Tell me about this one, Ill Boy. What's going on with this? Who produced this one, and what we get into as far as the theme of this song?
This record right here is by Taylor Made Beats, so shout out to him, dope producer. And Red Light is basically just that feel when you hear the hook. It just took me back to the 90s. It took me back to the drive-bys, the different violence that was taking place out there. So I immediately gravitated towards that record and really thought about Menace to Society when Kane and them got shot. So that's what really inspired the record.
All right. So that's a good setting for it. Let's check this out. This is track number 7 on the project. This is called Red Light. This is Ill Boy from the project I Grew Up in the 90s. Let's go, fam. K100 Radio.
K100, you bastard.
That gotta be DJ Bravo.
Catch them slipping while they chilling at the red light. Have them wishing it was green. Ain't no slipping when you step into the west side. Ain't no messing with the team. Stop tripping. We blow through the money like it's crippin'. Stop tripping. We blow through the money like it's crippin'. Catch them slipping while they chilling at the red light. Have them wishing it was green. Ain't no slipping when you step into the west side. Ain't no messing with the team.
He was beefing with some niggas from uptown. Those real he got caught stealing, now they want they round. Yeah, they want that. When they catch him in the streets, they gon' stomp him to the ground. He real hip-hop, he really underground. He fast with them feet, so he got up out that jam. They ain't tripping, man, they wanna hit him with that scam. Stay on your ass. That pistol go blam blam. He gone in a minute, man. Damn. They caught him lacking at the light. Ain't no fat burger for the night. Damn. They blew his brains, man, it's dynamite. All over the paper. He got murked before the wedding night.
I'm slipping while they chillin' at the red light. Have them wishing it was green. Ain't no slipping when you step into the west side. Ain't no messing with the team. Stop tripping. We blow through the money like it's crippin'. Stop tripping. We blow through the money like it's crippin'. I'm slipping while they chillin' at the red light. Have them wishing it was green. Ain't no slipping when you step into the west side. Ain't no messing with the team.
It's going down.
Here's another exclusive interview on K100 Radio.
K100, you bastard.
We're live right now. Again, that was track number 7. All right, that was called Red Light. All right. I like that one, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, Ill Boy. That's probably one of my favorite joints. That one should have been a little bit longer, fam. That's my joint right there so far. Red Light. That's the one.
Okay, that's what's up then.
Yeah, I think, but I need another minute of the record. It's only a minute 40.
Man, we might be able to do something. You know, sometimes mixtape songs end up on albums. You know, people fucking with the records. So
yeah,
you know.
Yeah. Red Light need to be. Yeah, I don't know what you got to do. How you got to work it out. Who you collab with, the producer, the hook, whatever. But that's, to me, probably the dopest one. That's the most commercial. That's the most radio-friendly record that I've heard so far on the album, Red Light. But it needs to be at the minimum another 60 seconds long. You could do for another minute and a half because that's very short. You could actually add another minute and a half. You need a second verse and shit, you know, then we good. We Gucci. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I fuck with that one. All right?
I appreciate that.
Yeah. All right, so next track.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
He grew up in the 90s. I grew up in the 90s. We grew up in the 90s.
K100, you bastards.
This is K100 Radio. It's a project premiere review with Ill Boy. The name of the album is called I Grew Up in the 90s. If you've never been a part of one of these shows on K100 Radio, this is where we play entire project track for track. We chop it up with the artist about each individual song, get some insight about the artist and the project itself. This is a 90s theme. So the project is called I Grew Up in the 90s. The whole theme is kind of where he's trying to put us in the vein of how shit was going down in the 90s. We did play the visual for Tyson. The last song we just played was Red Light, which so far is my favorite one. This one is called Go Hard. Tell me about this one, Ill Boy.
This track was produced by All Day J, like I was talking about earlier in the show, so shout out to him. And this is another one where it gave me an opportunity to really really bring some more of the 90s in there. And it's just another fun track where I'm just bringing a lot of energy and just, you know, talking a little shit and having some fun with the beat.
All right, for sure, man. Let's check this one out, man. We a little bit past halfway through. This is track number 8. Name of this joint is called Go Hard. I grew up in the 90s. This is IL BOI. Let's go.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
In the goddamn refrigerator. Yeah, boy. Eating up all the food, all the chicken, all the pizza. Like the 90s.
Bringing back the 90s.
Am I the meanest? Am I the prettiest? Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time? Who am I? Who am I? I can't.
The motivation needed. I just kill the track. Light up the spliff, close the door. They gon' get this crack. They gon' get this smack in your ear. Don't get mad cause your girl wanna disappear. She just volunteer. I told her, honey, I'm just cool, I'm just here for Bill. Sipping Belvedere, wishing that my homies here. Back to the future shit, wishing I could bring you here. But I can't, so I'ma stay up out the way. Count more money than the bank on a Friday. I'm out the driveway, punch the clock 2 ways. I'm on some getting money shit, DiBiase. I got $1 million dream, you can't stop me. My life like a TV, you gotta watch me. Make sure it's HD. Play the cards I was dealt. Yeah, I'm out here working for my wealth. This the type of beat that make you go hard. Get your best verse, get your best bars. Go hard. Go hard. This the type of beat that make you go hard. Get in the streets and spit your best bars. Go hard. Go hard. Yo, feel this shit in your chest bone. Stand on your feet. I am homegrown. Roll out the red carpet when I'm in my city. They say I'm living fat. I said obesity did. I admit I'm the best in the booth. I done spit so damn hard, damn I thought I lost a tooth. She say she like you. I guess I'm babe with the roof. This is my ID. This is my proof. I'm a dog. You a goof if you thought I couldn't spit this truth. I don't tuck the chain. I ain't DJ Pooh. If you cupping your face, you playing peekaboo. This the type of beat that make you go hard. Get your best verse, get your best bars. Go hard. Go hard. This the type of beat that make you go hard. Get in the streets and spit your best bars. Go hard. Go hard.
May I help you, sir?
It's going down.
Here's another exclusive interview on K100 Radio.
K100, you bastard!
K100 Radio, we're live right now. This is the project premiere. We're rocking with the homie IL BOI. I grew up in the 90s. That's the name of this mixtape. We getting ready to come up to the last couple of tracks here. We got track number 9. Name of this joint is called Switching Up on Me. Tell me about this one, homie.
Man, it's just another record I think that was just fueled by, doubters, people that you thought was in your circle talking. And I really used every audio clip that you hear from the 90s to try to bring everybody into the record and kind of get the vibe of where we're going with the record. And I did this one. I did it with this one as well. So, again, just really trying to bring back those 90 moments and just trying to take people back. You know what I'm saying? When you, I hope when you hear the records that it took you back to a time that's been fun, it's been enjoyable, because that's what it has did for me.
All right. So this is track number 9. All right. We got 12, so we got 3 more after this one. This one is called Switching Up on Me. This is IL BOI. I grew up in the 90s.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
I just don't think it's fair. Charge me 25% interest on the money that you loan me.
Come on, dude.
You already take 30% out of my check. I ain't got no G-string and I ain't out there making no tips,
That was a stripping game, partner. Who you ain't not to? All you do is spin record. That's all you do. Who Who you think is? DJ Quick? Huh? Kid Capri?
I didn't say.
Huh? Oh, you must be. Blue, you ain't nothing. You don't deserve nothing. You don't get nothing. You get what I give you. I got a contract between me and you that say you do what I tell you to do. Therefore, shut up. Don't say nothing. Don't speak to me. Don't look at me.
I tell you what.
You better go on back out there and get out of my face before you get swole.
Hey, look, Dal, I ain't.
They for horses. They for horses.
Come here, muscle you and nothing like that. I ain't trying to do that. I tell you something. Money. You know, I just said.
Raise up, gonna be trouble.
Trouble. Up on me. You ain't who you say you be. Play the games that try to do. New game, I'ma finish you. See you switching up on me. You ain't who you say you be. Play the games that try to do. New game, I'ma finish you. I don't really play with you. That my money and by my revenue. Got my baby in some tennis shoes. I don't got no time for petty dudes. TLC, check your attitude. I'm so ravish and I'm really rude. Check the comments, man, I am the dude. I be swaggin' when I'm in the booth. Spinning hard, I guess I lost a tooth. You try to hit it, didn't work, my dude. I'm on the grill, I guess you barbecue. Escape, who can you run to? Give you one ball, now you finished, dude. He changing up the attitude. Switch it up. He gon' greet me with some gratitude. I see you switching up on me. You ain't who you say you be. You play the games that y'all to do. New game, I'ma finish you. I see you switching up on me. You ain't who you say you be. You play the games that y'all to do. New game, I'ma finish you. And I don't really like your homie at all. Don't be acting like you really know me. I don't know you. My life a movie and I know you love it. Enjoy that. I make it big, now we really cousins. Don't hit my line. You watch your mind, I guess you really bugging. When I was down, a nigga had nothing. I ain't had shit. Shout out to my queens though. My mom, my wife, they put that cash up in my jeans, boy. Yes, sir. Now I'm putting on for Illinois. 815. I'ma show you I'm a ill boy. You already know that. When you see me, I'm the real McCoy. No imitation. I'm riding you can never really steal my joy. You really can't. I'm a hustler, call me dope boy. Yes, sir. Stack my cheese like a general. Great general. Yeah, nigga, I'm the next to blow. I see you switching up on me. You ain't who you say you be. You play the games that y'all to do. Luke Kane, I'ma finish you. I see you switching up on me. You ain't who you say you be. You play the games that y'all to do. Kane, I'ma finish you.
It's going down. Here's another exclusive interview on K100 Radio.
K100, you bastard!
K100 Radio, we're live right now. We're rocking with the homie IL BOI, and we're checking out his entire project. This is the project premiere for I Grew Up in the 90s. Make sure you go and check that out at IL_BOY at IL BOI on social media. We got him on the line right now. We're doing a track-by-track breakdown of his new project that just came out called I Grew Up in the 90s. That was track number 9, Switching Up on Me. This is track number 10 coming up, Heart of the Land. Tell me about this one, homie.
Man, this was just a record that I wanted to talk a little shit about some of the things that I've seen going on in the school systems, and I was able to just tie that together with Morgan Freeman and Lean on Me. So that's how this one came.
The school system, everything is, the whole album is themed with shit that happened and shit that was popular in the 90s. Just so we clear, the name of the project again is called I Grew Up in the 90s. This is IL BOI, track number 10, Heart of the Land. Let's check this one out.
K100, you bastards!
End of discussion. Debate is over. You will write a formula. I will
will what? A formal apology for your treatment of Mrs. Elliott and Darnell and for your vicious and thoughtless insult to the women of this community. You will kowtow, you will step and fetch. Get used to it, it's the way of the world. If you're so hot on discipline, then goddammit, start by accepting mine. Because contrary to popular opinion, I'm the head nigger in charge.
They see opportunity, they hug me. I'm just living being the man that I gotta be. Working 9 to 5 with a college degree. Trying to get by to live quality. Shout out to my kids pursuing a degree. If you lame, well I'ma have to disagree. Popularity don't mean shit if you can't eat. And I be damned, I'm coming out that jam. I'ma eat, cause I'm a grown man. I like steak, I eat it when I can. I got my dollars up, so I guess that I'm the man. But I can't move right without God's plan. That's like a bike without a motherfucking kickstand. Before you hit the ground, go check the land. You better understand, I'm the heart of the land. I am the heart of the street. To grow up and be what they can. It's a new era, you just gotta set the trend. Now get on your A game and summarize what I said. If you can't read, I guess that was unfair. You can't live in this world, words are everywhere. They push you through middle school, I guess they didn't care. That really riles me up, I guess I'm Papa Bear. I go off on admin, but would they really care? It's a budget thing. They cash flow. Yeah, right. They want more money, so the seats grow. They don't got the credentials, that's Pinocchio. They set up in our hood and then they sell some more. Dinosaur textbooks for my baby girl. If you knew the shit they do, you would really girl. But that's our future, huh? The schools, huh? Really? They treat me like a business, huh? Word.
It's going down. Here's another exclusive interview on K100 Radio.
K100, you bastard!
All right, K100 Radio. This is the project premiere for I Grew Up in the 90s. We're rocking with IL BOI. This particular project that if you've been listening to it and you just kind of jumped in, maybe you're watching a replay over on YouTube. Maybe you're I don't know, maybe you're listening to the replay on our Spotify podcast. However it goes down, just know that the whole theme of this project is about he grew up in the 90s. So if you listen to some of the excerpts and some of the I won't call them skits because they're excerpts from other movies and shows and different kind of things, you know it's got a real 90s theme, and that's what he's trying to do here. We on track number 11, IL BOI. We almost done. All right, we got 2 more tracks. Tell me about Loco.
Man, there was another track, real hard hitting beat. This one by Live Beats as well, and we're just talking about the money. We're just getting to the cash, and this one is another feature I had. Only had 2 features on it. Shout out to Double A. He's another guy who works with my videographer, and he's trying to get into the music. So we jumped in the lab and we created this.
All right, let's check this one out. This is track number 11 off the project I Grew Up in the 90s. This is IL BOI. Name of the song is called Loco.
K100, you bastards!
Bringing back the 90s.
Who's that nigga?
I go loco about that dodo. I go loco. I go loco about that dodo. By my dodo. I go loco. I go loco by my dodo. By my dodo. Play with me. That's a no-no. Ayy. I go loco for that dodo. I go loco. I go loco for that dodo. For that dodo. I go loco. I go loco for that dodo. For that dodo. Play with me. That's a no-no. Ayy. I go loco for that dodo. I go loco. She hatin', that's Coco. She a hater. Please don't play with my pesos. Please don't play. I know niggas with them Dracos. I know real killers. They're a killer about that IL BOI. Yes, sir. Wild Wild West. That's a cowboy. Will Smith. Eddie Murphy. I'm a golden boy. I'm shining bright. I think I'm Lee. I see you beat me through the keyhole. Peeping at your head lump. Feel go. Now you smashed up. Get back to my bankroll. My family. That's all. MC Hammer, yeah, with the flow. I'm killing it. They love me on the radio. That's more strings, that's more dope. Yes, sir. I'm loud up in they stereo. They bumping my shit. I'm the dope, that's what they looking for. I grind my way. From the bottom, boy, all the way. That's why I'm about my cash flow. That's why I'm about it. I'm getting everything I asked for. Yeah.
I go loco about that dodo. I go loco about that dodo. Yeah. I go loco about that dodo. Play with me and that's a no-no. Hey, I go loco about that dodo. I go loco about that dodo. I go loco about that dodo. Play with me and that's a no-no. I get everything I ask for. I know that I'm an asshole. I'm fucking on a bad hoe. I'm smoking on gelato. I gotta get it pronto. Tuck it from the 5-4. She take the yellow high notes. I go loco for the dodo. Not no Ocho Tony Romo. I get shows though. I for hoes though. If you popo, get a choco. I go loco in the pussy. She go cocoa for some cookies. In the Stomo, Wamo Gucci. This be older, you a rookie. I ain't never flogging. I be stuck up in my pocket. You know Bruno, keep a rocket. Aim it at your eyeball socket. She said take it to the house like she Tyler Lockett. I be smoking on the ounce, you be smoking profit.
That's how you work it. That shit was brilliant. Frankie, we robbed a bank.
It's going down. Here's another exclusive interview on K100 Radio.
K100, you bastard!
Was that set it off in the end? Sounded like it was set it off in the end. Sound like that was set it off in the end.
Yeah, Cleo.
Yeah. All right, yeah, this is K100 Radio. All right, we're rocking with the homie IL BOI. We're checking out this whole project called I Grew Up in the 90s. This is the project premiere. This is where we give an independent artist a chance to play their whole entire project on the platform. And we chop it up with them. We talk about each individual track. We kind of get into a quasi elongated interview about this particular project, but it's all geared about the music at the end of the day. And so it's a way that independent artists can debut their music if they want to release something on the world-wide level, because the internet is worldwide. Anyone in the world can listen to K100 Radio right now. All they need is a phone or an internet connection, a laptop, or whatever. And so this is one of the things that we do for independent artists. So that's what we're doing right now. And again, this project is called I Grew Up in the 90s. And this is IL BOI. We rocking with him, and we're coming up on the last track number 12, called Wealth. Tell me about this with IL BOI so we can wrap this thing up.
Man, it's another record. Shout out to Blazing Beats, producer out of Canada, made this beat, and I took it with Dead Presidents. And you talk about the crooked pastor and how he gets in on the plot to get the bank money. So it's a real true story out here, man, and it's a lot of snakes and a lot of conniving people, and people will switch up for the wealth.
Yo, you name it. Honestly though, your selection of shit to sample and take from is pretty impressive. Dead Presidents is probably one of the most slept on movies of the 90s to me. I feel like Dead Presidents was just as good as, if not better, than both Menace to Society and Boys in the Hood. And I'll go toe-to-toe and debate with anybody about that. Period. The Hughes brothers dropped the classic.
It's up there, man.
Yeah. People like talking about, if it ain't Juice, if it ain't Boys in the Hood, it ain't Menace. Listen, man. Woman. Dead Presidents was better than all those motherfuckers, honestly. As far as movies go. Of course, Friday was funnier. It's a comedy. Of course, Boys in the Hood and Menace Society, that was more gangster. You had Ice Cube in it, you know what I'm saying? It was, but as movies go, as black directed movies with mostly all black cast, none of them ain't fucking with Dead Presidents. And that includes Set It Off. Yeah, I said it. This is K100 Radio. All right? That's my personal opinion. Now, you ain't got to agree with me. I don't give a shit. That's a better movie. all things being considered.
I enjoy all the movies that we spoke about and the movies that you have heard on the mixtape. So
yeah,
you ain't gonna get no arguments from me.
I mean, you know, listen. It's hard to. What are we doing? You know what? I'll save that for the end of the show. This is track number 12 on the album. This one is called Wealth. Let's check this one out, and I'm gonna ask IL BOI a trill question after this, and we're gonna wrap it up. This is Wealth, track number 12, K100 Radio.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
Fuck that shit, man. I'm telling you right now, if I get caught, I'm shooting my fucking way out. You can put that shit in.
I think we need another man on the street with Skip. Somebody coming to the side.
I agree.
Man, hell no. We don't need no another man. Shit, I can see.
Y'all didn't know your reverend was a gambling man? A sinning man! Can I get a hallelujah in this house of God?
Well, look here, man. Skip is in, period, all right?
I stand a lot to lose if this thing blows up in my face. The last time I saw him, he was shooting poison in his face.
Yeah, I know. Well, you know, he trying to shake that shit, man.
He's still on drugs.
And I still trust him with my life, Glenn.
Always be yourself. They be switching up for the web. Always be yourself. They be switching up for the web. Always be yourself.
Duval DJ Bravo, drop that shit, my nigga.
I got it out by myself. Even as I won't regret. Get this money, no cold sweat. Chillin' like a bassinet. Want that money and respect. Give me cash and give me checks. You cannot just interject. You are not an architect, so your comments don't affect. Say my prayers, fuck them haters. Gotta get right to this paper. Elevator, see you later. I don't deal with traders, baby. Cheese eaters, pack of players. All you niggas masturbators. Get your lotion, get it, baby. See you working hard, labor. I go hard in different layers. I go hard in different places. They just wanna trade like us. Can't hustle up in my structure. Talking about me, so it's fuck it. Got your hand out like it's nothing. Now you on my line discussing. Really like I owe you something.
We done bought our way into hell. The plain fact is that I promised the Lord I would never sin like this. Tell you the truth, I'm not sure I even want any of this dirty money. Well, I tell you what, Rem. We'll find something to do with your share.
Hey, man, that shit.
No. I'll take the money. Lying sack of shit. Sure the Lord will find another way for me to do my penance.
It's going down. Here's another exclusive interview on K100 Radio.
K100, you bastard!
And that's it. All right, a lot of excerpts from really popular 90s movies. This was K100 Radio's project premiere with IL BOI. The name of this joint was called I Grew Up in the 90s. We just ran through the whole project. Like I said, the whole album is got 90s theme bass. He's got clips of movies and stuff in there to kind of set the mood for the songs. But before we get up out of here, IL BOI, first and foremost, I want to make sure that people have the information from you as far as your contact information, social media, and where they can download this project. Go ahead, fam.
You can find this project on SoundCloud. Type in IL BOI. The project's coming up. It's a free download for everybody. And it's also trending on Midwest Mixtapes right now. And it's also available on Audio Mac. www.ilboi.com. Check in with me and ILBOI _BOI on my IG.
Now, before I go, top five 90s movies. Go.
Top 9 what?
Top 5 90s movies, IL BOI. Top 5 90s movies. Go.
Friday. Menace to Society. Dead Presidents. I need one more.
You need two more.
There's so many. Juice. New Jack City.
Cool. Not bad. But no Coming to America?
Oh man, it's tough.
No Coming to America.
It definitely can go in there.
Yeah.
It definitely can go in there.
Yeah. That's a very tough one. There's no way you could do 10. The 90s had so many classic movies, bro. In the 90s and the 80s, like 2000s and stuff, they got their own. But for me personally, the 90s and the 80s, even though the graphics might have been cheesy or whatever, all things being equal, the 90s and the 80s have some of my favorite movies. All things being equal, of course, I'm a sci-fi person, so I love the advancement of CGI as it came along. When the 2000s came, it's spectacular. They're gonna get even better than what they're doing right now. But Coming to America has to be in my top 5. That's the only one that. Now you can interchange and you can interchange everything else, but Coming to America has to be in your top 5. Like there is no funnier movie. Friday is funny, but I can never leave Coming to America out of my top 5 if we're talking black movies in the 90s. It was just a fucking great movie. All right, that's all I wanted to know. What were you saying?
I said it's definitely a classic, and my question to you is, what do you think about this new one they got coming out?
Listen, here's the thing. Eddie Murphy is when it comes to movies and acting and producing films, Eddie Murphy is really fine wine. Like Eddie Murphy is getting better with movies the older he gets. Not acting himself, but producing and directing movies and making them come out together. Actually getting better and I heard that he's producing and directing, and he's gonna have somebody else directing with him, but he's gonna have his hand on this one. I honestly got to see that to see how they do it and see how to tell the story arc, because I haven't been able to find the story arc yet. You know what I'm saying? Like exactly what happens. Every time I try to look for the story arc, they're keeping that shit under wraps. So they ain't even releasing this actual story arc about what happens. Like where are we at right now? Like, are we coming back to America literally? Are we staying in Africa? Nope, they don't want to say shit. So I really can't tell, but I love the idea of it. I've been waiting for this film most of my adult life. So I just hope he doesn't drop the ball. Because, I mean, when we're talking about movies that Eddie Murphy's been in, he's one of the best. Like I said, Coming to America is one of my favorites. Also, Harlem Nights is also one of the best to me. So, and even when he's the lead character, he's got some good movies. So I think all in all, it should be dope. That's my opinion.
I was just going to tell you that. I was taking one of my movies out and I had to put Harlem Nights in there, man. I had to take one of them out.
Yeah, Harlem Nights. Some people like Harlem Nights more than Coming to America. I can understand the argument because it just has so many iconic characters, but so did Coming to America. But we're talking about Red Fox. We're talking about Richard Pryor. We're talking about Della Reese. You know what I'm saying? Then he had Arsenio in there too. Like, listen, he it was jam-packed. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, fam. You can interchange them, but I personally like Coming to America more. But that's just me. But take a pick on those two. That's a toss-up between Harlem Nights and Coming to America. If we're talking top 10, top 10, both of them make it. If we're talking top 10, both of them make it. Easy. But we were doing top 5, so I had to put.
Man, and then we get to talking about these good movies, man. You start talking about Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah. His was all the Beverly, except for one of them was trash. But like 1 and 2 was definitely great. 1 and 2 was definitely great.
The first one is a classic.
Yeah. 1 and 2 is definitely great. All right, man. Listen, it was great chopping it up with you. Make sure you guys again check out the project. I Grew Up in the 90s by IL BOI. Like he told you, it's available on all platforms. Make sure you check it out. And if you like it, please follow him on SoundCloud, wherever it's at. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you see the video, and do all that to support the artist. That's why we do this platform. I appreciate you coming through, rocking with us, man, for this project premiere, fam. Hey, yo, you keep grinding, all right?
Thank you, man. I appreciate y'all.
Absolutely. K100 Radio.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
Yep.
K100, you bastard.
We'll see you guys next week. We got a couple of direct line interviews that we got coming up next week. So again, make sure you rock with us. Make sure you guys tune in and check out K100 Radio. We're going to have some more interviews. We're going to be doing Ill or Kill. All right. So please make sure you check us out. Remember, if you missed any parts of this particular show, you can catch the replay over on our YouTube channel. Also, you can catch it over there on our SoundCloud channel. So make sure you check out our other platforms to catch our quote unquote on-demand content. If you couldn't catch any of this live and support the artists, of course, we're doing a Facebook live stream so it stays up over there. And we did an IG live. We put it over there. It stays over there for a hot day, and then it goes to the IGTV. So we try to just cover all the bases, the basic bases, as far as getting you access to content if you can't catch it live. But all of our interviews are always going to be on our SoundCloud, Spotify, and YouTube channel. You can always catch them over there. So pick your poison on that one and go check it out. Again, salute to IL BOI. Thank you for rocking with us over here at K100 Radio. If you want to know how to get your own project premiere or a direct line interview, or if you want to submit music for our free music review, which is Ill Kill, which airs Wednesdays, please go to our website, k100radio.com. All right. It's really easy to find. If you want to get any of the interviews, make sure you go to the services page. If you want to be a part of Ill Kill, if you want to get added to our Spotify playlist, go to the submissions page. Check out some of the music and some of the featured artists that we have over there on the platform. Read some of the articles. We definitely got to update that. And you got a ton of content, music from us, from the label, all kind of stuff. So man, go to K100 Radio. Please sign up for our email list over there. Just click the email list button so you can stay abreast of what we got going on over here at K100 Radio. And again, we appreciate you. All right, I'm your host Blizzum. Thanks everybody for tuning into the show. I appreciate it. We're gonna go ahead and get you back to the music.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
K100, you bastards.
We got all your favorite artists right here.
The Black Bottle Boss, Ricky Rose.
What up? It's your boy Jay-Z.
Yo, this is your boy Lil Wayne.
Gotta keep it locked right here, though.
K100 Radio.
I still believe.